Yes, I know. This shoe has been out for a while. Actually, it's been out for a long while. But you know what? On YouTube, there is always room for one more opinion, especially when that opinion's mine. In this video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the Under Armour Phantom II, So straight up, the Under Armour Phantom II is a running shoe. It is built as a performance running shoe, but the review I'm going to be giving you in this video isn't like the videos I've done on other performance running shoes on the channel. Typically with those shoes, what I like to do is go for a run, sometimes two, and then break down the technical specs and give you my thoughts on how the shoe performed on the run. I usually follow up that review with a progressive review after I've slammed 50Ks into the shoe and I've got a better idea of how the shoe behaves. I then know if I'm going to continue to use the shoe and recommend it to you all as something that you should consider, or sometimes I would still consider it even if it doesn't quite work for me with some caveats, but whatever. I'm not going to be giving you a detailed running shoe review of the Phantom II because I'm not running in it. But just because I'm not running in it, it doesn't mean that I don't like the shoe. I actually think that the Phantom II has got a lot going for it. I'll talk about why I'm not running in the Phantom II a little later on, but before I do that, I do want to talk about the shoe itself a little bit more. And as far as the aesthetics go, in my opinion, this is Under Armour's best looking running shoe in its current lineup and that it's ever made. The version that I've got here is the original version Under Armour released with the engineered knit upper. Under Armour have updated the Phantom II, here in Australia at least, with an IntelliKnit version. I can't comment on that one because I haven't tried it on, but what I can say about the original version is that it's lightweight, it's breathable, and it feels really comfortable on foot. The Phantom II does have a booty style construction, and booty style constructions are really tricky, man. I think it's a big risk to implement these booty style uppers in a shoe because you really need to walk a fine line. The shoe still needs to fit well, but it needs to be comfortable enough while not being overly restrictive and tight. The Phantom II nails this, and I think in large part they do that because there is a nice wide opening to put your foot in so you're not struggling to get it in, and the way that they've constructed the opening as well, there is no abrasion against the heel like I've had on some other booty style uppers. That generally happens from the stitching that they put where the pieces of whatever it is connect at the back. Under Armour have also lightly padded the heel so it just keeps things comfortable in that region. The tongue itself is not padded, but it is reinforced, and that's welcome as well because it keeps the tongue itself on foot where it needs to be, and there's pretty minimal movement actually. There is a bunch of structure as well in the upper thanks to these neoprene panels along the sides of the shoe, and then this clip that wraps around the heel just to keep that part of your foot nicely locked in. The cushioning system in the Phantom II is provided courtesy of the Hover foam, and if you've had some experience with Hover foam, you might know that Hover differs between different shoes that it's been put in. Under Armour tune it differently for basketball shoes versus running shoes, and while I kind of get why they do that, I think that the Hover in a running shoe is a little bit better. To break it down as simple as I can for you, the Hover in a running shoe and how it is in the Phantom II is really soft underfoot, so it provides a nicely cushioned feel. But it's not squishy, it feels more bouncy, and it provides a nice spring to your step. Perfect for what you would want if you're running in a shoe like this. Another feature that you would see on this shoe and any other shoe that uses Hover foam is this netting type of detail around the exposed parts of the foam. That is not aesthetic. There is a name for this netting that Under Armour put around the Hover foam, and that's called compression web. The idea behind that compression web is that it's meant to encase the foam so that when you compress the foam, it tries to keep it in a certain way so that when it returns back to its original shape, it provides as much energy return to the person wearing it as possible. It's all pretty fancy, really. As far as the outsole goes, you're getting a decent amount of rubber here. This is a neutral running shoe, so if you were wondering what category this would fall into, I would go with somewhere in between a neutral daily trainer and a neutral max cushion shoe. The best part about the outsole and the way the shoe is built is that I think it is going to be quite durable. So if you do choose to run in it, or if it's a shoe that works for you, you would expect to see a fair bit of wear out of something like this. With the fit, and this is the part where we get to why I'm not running in the shoe, I've found the Phantom 2 to run true to size. I'm pretty sure. I say that because I did go true to size for the Phantom 2, and it fits well. It fits how I like my running shoes to fit, with a little bit of room around the toe area. I find that it's really comfortable to walk around in, but I find as soon as I start to take a stride in it, my foot pushes uncomfortably towards the front of the shoe. While Under Armour have done a really good job at providing structure around the back part of the shoe, there really isn't much up the front of the shoe. I almost think that this shoe would benefit from some sort of overlay around the toe cap area. I'm not 100% sure that that would fix it, but because I've got so many other shoes in my running rotation, I just found that it's something that I don't really want to deal with. I do still like to wear the shoe, but I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. Is this something that you found as an issue with the Phantom 2, or is it something that only affects me? Leave your comments down below, but until the next video, laters.